So we are going to talk about Gaussian processes now, and to give us some context, we have just talked about um, Gaussian linear regression followed by Bayesian regression, Bayesian linear regression, and now we are going to just define Gaussian processes and then see how Bayesian linear regression can be extended to regression using Gaussian processes, right? So a Gaussian process is an extension, it's a natural extension of a multivariate Gaussian. So we had a univariate Gaussian which was defined by a certain uh, mean and a certain variance, and then we said, okay, let's have more than one uh, random variables be jointly Gaussian. So that was a multivariate Gaussian that was defined by a mean vector mu and a covariance matrix sigma, and the condition on sigma was that sigma had to be positive semi-definite. Um, and now we can say let's have an infinite dimensional multivariate Gaussian, right? So this we can think of in terms of a function. So we can say a function f is a Gaussian process if we evaluate that function for uh, for a set of points x1 to xn, then the vector given by f1, f of x1 to f of x1, f of x2, f of xn, this vector is a multivariate Gaussian with a certain mean vector and a certain covariance matrix. Then that function f, if for any set x1 to xn, f of x1 to f of xn is a multivariate Gaussian, then that function f is said to be a Gaussian process. And a Gaussian process is defined by a mean function mu x and a covariance function k of x1, x2. And this theorem states that, okay, let's not go into the theorem, but the mean function and the covariance function of the Gaussian process are used to compute the mean vector and the covariance matrix of the multivariate Gaussian that the vector f of x1 to f of xn will follow for any given x1 to xn. Okay, so that should be enough for the definition of uh, uh, a Gaussian process. And now we will look at how we can use this for regression. So let's look at Bayesian linear regression, and then we'll want to extend this to Gaussian process linear regression. So Gaussian process regression. Okay. So in Bayesian linear regression, we said that the likelihood is a normal distribution given the mean W transpose Xi and a variance sigma square, and we put a prior on W as a multivariate Gaussian with the mean vector 0 and variance covariance matrix Vi, right? And another way to say this was yi equals W transpose Xi plus epsilon I, where um, epsilon I was normally distributed, was a univariate Gaussian with normal distribution. Univariate Gaussian with mean 0 and variance sigma square. Okay, so now this is the idea. We said we put a prior on W, right? And we said W is a multivariate Gaussian, right? So now if we have a certain data set x1 to xn, and we define a vector zx equals x transpose W, okay, and then we look at for a certain given x1 to xn, if you look at this vector zx1 to zxn, this will become zx x1 transpose W to xn transpose W, which will be this matrix times W, and this matrix is a constant, right? So by what is called the affine property of multivariate Gaussians, because we assume W to be a Gaussian, this vector is also a multivariate Gaussian, right? And this is true for any given x1 to xn. So this zx1 to zxn is a multivariate Gaussian, and therefore this zx equals x transpose W is a Gaussian process. Okay, and now furthermore what we can say is we had yi equals w transpose xi plus epsilon I, but we can say we can introduce a nonlinear transformation and we can say yi equals w transpose phi of xi plus epsilon I. This would still, now zxi defined as w transpose phi of xi would still be a Gaussian process, right? So now the key idea of Gaussian processes and Gaussian process regression is that we can generalize the regression model to become yi equals some arbitrary Gaussian process plus epsilon I. So we have gone forward, we have said it was W transpose X and W transpose phi of X, and we are saying this always forms a Gaussian process for a finite set x1 to xn. So let's just generalize it to become any Gaussian process defined by a certain mean function and a certain covariance function, right? So that's the idea of Gaussian. So that is the model for Gaussian process regression. That we say that the output yi is a certain Gaussian process plus some normally distributed noise. Okay. So we do this. We say that y is equal to z plus epsilon, where z is a normal because z is a Gaussian process. For a finite set, z will be normally distributed with a mean vector and a covariance matrix, and epsilon is normally distributed with a mean vector 0 and a covariance matrix, right? And because these two are assumed, and we assume these to be independent, then y, which is the sum of these two, becomes a normal distribution with a mean equal to the sum of these two means, which becomes mu plus 0 equals mu, and a covariance matrix equal to the sum of the covariance matrices. So that becomes k plus sigma square I. Okay, right. So this is, and now just come on this side, and here what we can say is, we suppose we have been given a certain amount of data, and we can divide the data into two things. So we can divide the data x1 to xn into x1 to xl and xl plus 1 to xn, where we say, okay, we know this is the observed data, so we know the y values for this, and we would like to be able to find the predictive distribution on the y values for this. Okay, so we want this predictive distribution on ya given yb equals this. Okay, and now what we say is, this z is a, so we define, now this was something that confused me, we define a certain mean function and a certain covariance function, and we say that z is a Gaussian process defined by these. Okay, and sigma and epsilon is a normal distribution, a multivariate normal with this, and consequently what we can say is, this capital yi, which is this vector from y1 to yn, okay, is normally distributed with mean, okay, this is a little confusing, I'll just stop and do it again.